Gentlemen, we all know that women are always doing dirt. They lie all the time to everyone, they steal from their jobs, they shoplift, and of course they cheat on their boyfriends and husbands. This is all common knowledge. I'm not breaking news here. But what most men really stop and think about is the reason women say they're sorry when they get caught and then repeat the behavior. Women shoplift all the time, and it happens a lot more than you might realize. When they get caught, they turn on the waterworks and swear up and down that they'll never do it again. What ends up happening is that they believe her when she tells them they'll never do it again. The establishment buys her story, doesn't prosecute, and 3 days later, she's at it again at another store. When a woman gets caught cheating on her boyfriend or husband, she turns on the waterworks, swears on her mother's life she won't do it again, he forgives her, takes her back, and then the next day she's getting her back blown out in the parking lot in an abandoned warehouse. What makes women stop the behavior is when there are palpable consequences. If the girl who shoplifted got arrested, it would be a while before she tried it again, if ever. If she gets caught stealing supplies from work and gets fired, she's much less likely to steal from the next job. But cheating is different. Women never really stop cheating. It's one activity they engage in that they never really stop. If a man walks out on his girlfriend for cheating on him, she'll cheat on her next boyfriend and the one after that. Rinse and repeat. So now we ask ourselves, why do women never stop cheating? Why do they cheat even after they get caught? Why do they continue to engage in this behavior when they know it's wrong? Well, the reason for this is actually quite simple. Let me tell you why women are perpetual cheaters even when they get caught and they know it's wrong. Here's the answer. There are no real consequences to women who cheat, even in marriage. If a woman cheats on her husband and he catches her, she can just go file a no-fault divorce and take the kids, the house, half of his present and future earnings, and half of his 401k and savings. This is why women throw divorce parties, especially if they cheat their way out of their marriages. Okay, so her boyfriend dumped her when he found out she was cheating. That's not a big deal either because she'll just go hook up with the guy she was cheating with. And even if that guy weren't there, she'd find another sausage to hop onto because she's got 14 other guys on her phone she's been keeping on the back burner during the entire relationship. All women operate just like this on a regular basis. So now the question is, what will stop women from cheating? Well, the answer to that is nothing. You can't stop anyone from doing whatever it is they want to do. However, what can drastically reduce the odds of infidelity among females are immediate consequences that affect her life negatively. The girl who got dumped for cheating wouldn't really sweat it if she had a place of her own. But if she lived with her boyfriend, she'd stop immediately and swear up and down she'd do anything to make it up to him. But what the idiot boyfriend will never understand is that the only time a female will try to right the wrong of infidelity is if there are swift, severe, immediate consequences. I got news for you. Women are never sorry for cheating. They're only sorry when they get caught, and there are immediate consequences. That doesn't mean they regret their actions and will never do it again. There's a huge difference between being sorry and feeling regret. And regret is a feeling women only have when they get caught. And that regret is fleeting and never lasts long because they never really regret cheating. Ever. Women don't stop cheating because their moral compasses tell them to. They don't stop cheating because they truly love their boyfriends and husbands and think about the potential pain they're causing. Oh no. They stop cheating when there are immediate, harsh consequences like STDs, venereal diseases, pregnancy, and so forth. Which brings me to today's Reddit post entitled, quote, "Looking for advice. Girlfriend cheated at the start of the relationship, found out 3 years later." Now, the guy who posted it says he wants advice because he doesn't know what to do. So let's see what the situation is here. He says, quote, "Would appreciate some advice here. I really don't know what to do." He continues, "Me and my girlfriend just celebrated being together for 3 years. We have a great relationship with a few minor problems here and there. We moved away together from our hometown a year ago after I finished university. Before that, she moved in with me when she had nowhere to go. So right out of the gate, we can see that this is a relationship of convenience for her. The only reason she moved in with him is because she didn't have a place to go. He knew this, but he thought this circumstance didn't have any bearing on their overall relationship. He thinks she moved in with him because she loved him and wanted to live with him. Obviously, this wasn't the case because he just found out she cheated back then. This same situation happened with me and my ex-wife. We started dating, and around the 2-month mark, we moved in together. I thought she moved in with me because she loved me and wanted to live with me, but she just wanted to get out of her parents' house. I didn't realize this until she told me 5 years later, well into our marriage. And by the way, she married me because she knew I would move us to Florida, somewhere she'd wanted to live her entire life. Again, that has nothing to do with me." He continues, Yesterday morning, I used her phone to call mine. Noticed a message from a guy we used to know who coincidentally moved to the same place as us for other reasons. I looked, I felt like a D word doing it, but they were talking about meeting up for a beer and he sent some photos of himself. The previous messages were from 2 years prior, talking about hooking up. Lot more detail, but I don't need to read any more. Saw there were more photos. So he says he felt like a D word going through her phone. This right here is the byproduct of men being shamed out of following our gut instincts. He says he used her phone to call his phone because he presumably lost his, but I can guarantee you that's not true. He told us that so that he wouldn't get the whole "you're going through her phone, you insecure loser" in the comment section. If he had just used her phone to call his, how would he notice the messages if he didn't go through her phone? Women are rarely sloppy about their affairs, so it stands to reason she set her notifications from the other man to be on silent. So the only way he could conceivably see these messages and photos is if this was his intent in the first place. He was looking for something, and unfortunately for him, he found it. He continues, "I felt sick, but we both had to get ready for work. So we drove into town in silence and we started to walk, and I said I need to ask or I'll be thinking about this all day." She said she could guess what it was. She owned up, then said it was at the start of the relationship and that she regrets it. Couldn't talk anymore as I needed to work. She messaged me in the day, telling me it was at the start of the relationship and once only. She did it because she was insecure and had been cheated on in the past and thought I would too. She only wants to be with me and will do anything. Guys, I'm here to tell you right now, this is 100% BS. Women don't cheat out of insecurity. They cheat because it's what they do, they have plenty of opportunities, and have no impulse control. When a woman's source of insecurity comes from her boyfriend or husband, it doesn't manifest itself through cheating. It manifests itself with mate guarding, checking up on him, treating him better, giving him her body anytime he wants it, and behaving like the perfect girlfriend or wife. This is what we like to call competition anxiety. Women don't cheat because they're afraid their boyfriend will also cheat. They cheat because they're H words, and that's all there is to it. For this girl to preemptively cheat because she says she thought he would too is 1000% BS. Then she also said that she'll do anything to make it up to him. But that's not because she's afraid of losing him. It's because she won't have a place to stay, just like when they first moved in. "I honestly don't know what to do here," he continues. "I do love her. Few things that are playing on my mind. Why message him to meet up for a beer? Why reminisce with him occasionally through text? I'll tell you why. Because she's still hooking up with him, you idiot. And guess what? You know it. He's just looking for an answer that he can digest that will give him an excuse to keep her around. She was sleeping with the guy when they left, and when he moved to the same town, she continued sleeping with him and is still hooking up with him to this day. When a woman says it only happened once, it never ever only happens once. It was either a full-blown affair or it's an ongoing thing. Outside of one-night stands, nothing ever happens just once, especially if it's with someone they actually know. I dated a girl a while back who cheated with her boss when she was married. She told me it only happened one time when they were away on business in Toronto. I never bought for 1 second that it was a one-time thing. I am 120% certain to this day that she straight up had an affair with her boss over an extended period of time. And oh, by the way, she had a kid about a year later. She swears up and down that she is 100% sure that her ex-husband was the father of her kid, but there's no way she can know that for sure if she was fooling around with the both of them. Women are some shady creatures, guys, and they never ever tell the truth when it comes to their bedroom exploits with men. This dude's girlfriend is seeing somebody behind his back, and he actually believes it only happened one time. He has no idea that she's cheating on him right now and was probably going to hook up with him that day at lunch or after work. She says she'll do anything, he continues, but up until now, things were great, so I don't want anything. My advice to this guy is to kick her to the curb. And yes, it's easy for me to say that because I'm emotionally unattached to the situation, but that's exactly why he can trust my advice. Yes, it's easy for someone to say, just dump her, but that's absolutely the right thing to do because she's not going to stop seeing this guy. What she's going to do from now on is take further measures to make sure she doesn't get caught. And the first thing she'll do is make sure he can't get into her phone again. She'll start taking her phone into the bathroom with her, she'll put a password on it, and she'll start deleting messages and pictures. When she says, "I'll do anything," what she means is I'll do anything to make sure you don't catch me cheating again. If you'd like to watch me discuss topics like this live, go to patreon.com/DonovanSharp. The link is in the description.